So I am about to do a Bantu Knots tutorial for you guys. Stay tuned. I'll show you guys how to get a cute Bantu knot on air dried hair, so kind of like blow dried hair. So yeah, check that out. So here I'm just taking off my scarf. Oh girl, scratching my scalp. It was a little itchy. And then you're gonna grab everything you need, girl, to style and moisturize your hair with. So I use Shea Moisture's coconut and hibiscus curl and style milk, and then Cantu's twist and lock gel. However, Shea Moisture likes to keep it in the family, so that does cause some flaking when you mix it with other products. And then you'll need a brush, Denman, paddle, doesn't matter, whatever's gonna get them kinks out, girl. And then you need a comb to part your hair, and then some clips. But wait, there's more. And lastly, an oil of your choice when you're going to take down your Bantu knots. And here I'm just parting and sectioning my hair off to get ready to start twisting. I have a part in the front because that's how I want my curls to lay. Like I want them to kind of hang over on the right side. And then just make sure the piece that you're working with isn't too big, because then your curls won't come out as defined. Oh my gosh, I had like cat fur or dog fur in my mouth. Ugh. What we're not gonna do is talk about those ends. I know. And so here I have my section. Oop, a little drop in the chair. And I'm going in with my Shea Moisture, applying a little bit of that, and then raking that through just to make sure the product is spread evenly throughout my section. You also want to take your brush and detangle your hair. You know, you want to add the moisturizer in so it's a bit easier to detangle, but you don't want kinks and stuff while you're trying to twist your hair, because when you're untwisting it, and also when you're twisting it, it's not going to look right, and you're going to tangle your hair up and it's going to be a hot mess, sis. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing with the Cantu twist and lock gel. I'm peeking over like I'm waiting for somebody to go like, You about to catch the keys? You want me to drop it now? Okay. Like, what am I doing? Like I'm looking in a well or something. All right, we're ready to start, sis. So you're gonna take your hair and twist it in whatever direction you please. I find that I twist to my left and with my left hand for some reason, and then I use my right hand to guide the knot as I'm twisting it under each twist. Okay, don't worry, I'll do that a couple more times for you guys. I actually realized I twist to my right but with my left hand, but it really doesn't matter until you get to the front, and I'll explain that later when I'm actually in the front of my head. So you're going to take your section again, twisting it in whatever direction you please, making sure it's smooth. You don't want pieces of hair sticking out because your curls won't come out right when you undo the knots. And when twisting, just making sure it's not too tight, because it'll be hard to sleep, or just tight if you're going to walk around for a full day, you know, while your curls are setting. So twisting it even all the way to the ends, and then wrapping it under. It should naturally start to kind of wind up like towards your scalp. Then as it's doing that, you want to just go under each twist, if that makes sense. I'll show you guys a couple more times. And it's completely okay to mess up. You just stop doing it, untwist it, brush it out, detangle it, and twist it again until you get it right. And if your knots don't stay, you can always secure them with a bobby pin. But I just find that to be uncomfortable because I often sleep with mine, and I don't need bobby pins sticking me in my head while I'm trying to get a good night's sleep, okay? So I just always try to wrap it under the knot every time I do it. And I know I said something about twisting the curls a different direction in the front of your head, That's just so they lay differently, but to be honest, it really doesn't matter actually, because when you're separating your curls and styling your hair, you can get the curls to lay any direction that you want if you separate them enough. So disregard what I said earlier, because I don't know what I'm talking about. And we are done, sis. Now you can go to bed. You have successfully learned and completed Bantu Knots on your head. And we back. And I'm realizing I'm talking, knowing dang well I'm doing a voiceover. So take that oil from earlier and you're gonna oil your fingers up, girl. Oil them up like your man is about to walk through the door. Oil them up like you're about to go outside and fight somebody. Oil them up, girl or boy. With those little oily fingertips, you're going to untwist your Bantu knot in the opposite direction that you twisted it in. And it's important to use oil because you want to just reduce the amount of frizz that you may have. Because you did work on wet hair or you worked on dry hair, and you just wanna reduce the frizz. Nobody likes frizzy hair. I mean, unless you do, then do you. But some of us don't. So we try to just maintain the frizz a little bit by using some oil. So you want to go through your whole head, adding more oil to your fingertips and hands as needed, and untwist all of those Bantu knots. And here I actually began to separate the curls. So with your section, your knot that you twisted, you just want to start separating that chunk, the knot basically. The curl from that was previously the knot. Y'all know what I mean. So you want to start separating so you don't have that big curl just sitting there. And this is super detrimental to this style because it's going to determine how your hair looks in the end. If you don't separate your curls enough, it's not going to look great. And you'll see that like over time as you keep doing this style, or even with this one. Yeah, actually over time, because you'll notice the difference. So you want to separate your curls as much as possible. Well, to your liking, but as much as possible. And at this point, I actually really started not to care, and I was kind of separating the curls rather roughly. I actually had somebody waiting outside for me. You're supposed to be ready like 30 minutes ago, but he was like, I got enough time. So that's what happened. And I actually kind of started just pulling the curls apart, which you don't want to do because you could even still end up with some tangles and some knots in your hair, and you don't want to rip your hair like that. So be gentle and get ready earlier. And now just style your hair how you want to. Play with it, see how you want it to lay, and then be done, sis. Because I'm done. Oh. But wait, look how cute I am. Bye, guys.